Hello YouTube, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with my very first Hearthstone cast. If you've never played Hearthstone, just know it's a card game, not unlike Pokemon or Magic the Gathering if you've ever played those before. It's all about getting good cards, getting some luck along the way, and then beating your opponent and getting their health knocked down. So before we get started today, I just want to show you what deck I'll be using. It is a custom priest deck, patterned after the Randuin Rin deck made popular by Noxious, the Hearthstone caster. It is all about random, to be honest. It has Mind Vision, which is put a copy of a random card in your opponent's hand into your hand. Dark Cultist, give a random friendly minion plus 3 health. Mind Control Tech, if your opponent has 4 or more minions, take control of one at random. And everybody's favorite, Ragnaros the Fire Lord, which cannot attack, but at the end of your turn deal 8 damage to a random enemy. We'll go ahead and get this started here. I'm going to queue up a casual game. Not interested in playing ranked today. This is just for fun. And sometimes the random part of this deck can come back and bite you. So we're just going to see how this goes and have a good time doing it. While we're finding our opponent, I just want to explain what my plans are for this channel. I am going to go ahead and upload StarCraft 2 casts and also some World of Warcraft streaming in addition to the Hearthstone. It's really just going to be a Blizzard-centric time. I might throw in some other games here from time to time, but the current plan is Blizzard, just because it is my favorite game company of all time. So here we have our opening hand. We can choose to keep or replace cards. What you want to do is keep low mana cards in your hand because you can play those early, whereas the high mana cost cards, 8, 9, 10 mana, you really can't play until later in the game, so they just sit in your hand doing nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the Northshire Cleric and the Shadow Boxer. The Piloted Shredder is a 4 mana, it's kind of in the middle of low and high. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and hopefully get another low mana to replace it. And I do. It is a 3 mana Mind Control tech, but as I explained earlier, your opponent needs 4 or more minions to really take advantage of this card, and the Rogue likely won't have that for a while, so it might just be a dead card as well. So we'll play the Northshire Cleric, and its special deal is whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. So it can be good. With a Priest, draw a lot of cards as you have the heal ability here. We'll see what he does. Ooh, and the Rogue opens up with a 3 damage backstab, thanks to this Kobold Geomancer that gives spell damage +1, and the 0 mana cost backstab, which normally does 2, but this time does 3. So Immaculate is able to take out my Cleric on the first try and have a 2 attack 2 health minion on the board. So what I'm going to do is drop my 2 attack 3 health minion and see if Immaculate would like to trade this into here and maybe use a Dagger Mastery hero power to kill off the Shadow Boxer. And while Immaculate is deciding what to do, just explain a little bit more about the game. There are different heroes. You have a Rogue here, Priest, a Paladin, Hunter, just other kind of archetypes of RPG gaming. And they each have their own hero power. The Priest is to heal 2 health to anyone on the board. Rogue has a dagger. Paladin summons a 1/1 recruit. Druids are able to get armor and attack, etc., etc. So it has a lot of variation in the gameplay. You have a lot of different combinations you can see. I've been playing this game since the beta, which was several months ago now, maybe even over a year ago, I can't quite remember. But I've had a lot of fun playing it almost every day, and don't see myself giving it up anytime in the future. So, if you're looking for something that's free and a good time, Hearthstone is a pretty good choice. I think Immaculate was trying to see if there's anything else they could do, but in the end decided just to trade the Geomancer and then hit it to clear the board. So, solid play. And I wasn't able to get anything that's useful on turn 3 here, so I'm going to go ahead, heal myself from 30 to 30, just for fun, and end my turn. Now, as far as what kind of deck this is from the Rogue, it's hard to tell early on. There's a Death Lord, which has a lot of health, but what makes this worth the 3 mana for the opponent is that when it dies, the opponent puts a minion from their deck onto the battlefield. So I've seen some pretty crazy stuff where the death of the Death Lord will return in a Ragnaros coming down on turn 3 or turn 4. It's pretty crazy. So I don't have an answer for that now. I'm going to go ahead and do a Mind Vision to steal something from the rogue. And it's a deadly poison, which gives her weapon 2 attack. And since rogues do not get weapons unless I'm able to steal one later on, this is pretty useless. So let's heal up. End the turn. What I'm looking for is a Shadow Word Pain card. What that does is instantly kills any minion with 3 or less attack. And so the Deathlord here does qualify for that. And it would be a quick way to get rid of it and put something on the deck. I'm sorry, on the board. So instead I get a Dark Cultist, which I'll just play as something to take the attention away from attacking my face here. I think the rogue is able to attack it if she uses her own deadly poison to put that up to a 3 attack Wicked Knife, and then uses the Deathlord to hit here. They can kill my Dark Cultist, and the good thing about this card is when it dies it gives a random friendly minion 3 health. So the problem is if it dies when he's alone, it doesn't give any help to anybody. And instead the rogue decides to play a Spectral Knight, which is a good card to play against priests because that 4 attacks, it's right in the middle of where priests are unable to do much with Shadow Word Pain, or its cousin card, Shadow Word Death, which will kill anything with 5 or more attack. So that 4 attack is just in the sweet spot, and even if it wasn't 4 attack, it is unable to be targeted by spells or hero power, so I couldn't kill it with that card anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is just choose to... I don't have any minions to put down except for my Mind Control tech, and that's just not worth it right now, I don't think. So I'm going to heal up. I think I'll just do some damage to the Deathlord. Maybe get it close enough to where this Holy Nova, which does 2 damage to all enemies, might be able to kill it. Oh. And makes the choice to bring his own Deathlord down to 2 health. So a Holy Nova next turn would kill it. Wouldn't be quite enough to get rid of this Spectral Knight, which is going to cause me a lot of trouble down the road. But that Sludge Belcher is just a really tough card as well. So let's... I think all we can do here is throw down the Holy Nova. We did get a 4/3 Mystic. Her battle cry is take control of a random enemy's secret. And battle cry is just what the card will do when it's played. Some cards have battle cry, some cards don't. So this is a better card against classes that have secrets, which are, for example, Paladin, Mage, things like that. So here we are with a 4/3 on the board that can be killed by this Sludge Belcher at 3 attack. So I think what I might do is give the Mystic +2 health, draw another card, and make it so it can't be easily killed by the Sludge Belcher. And I get another Kazan Mystic, which not super useful at this point. We'll see what the Rogue does. Might be able to assassinate the Mystic. I think it'd be better, it's just an instant kill, might be better just for the Rogue to use. Deadly Poison on an Assassin's Blade, which means this is a 5 attack weapon that the Rogue can use 4 times. So that's 20 damage. I have no way of getting rid of it with this deck, which is a huge problem. So I think what I'll do, 8 mana, drop down Ragnaros the Fire Lord, hope that he can do some good damage. And he does get rid of the taunt for me, which is that shielded Sludge Belcher. A taunt, which is what the slime is doing as well, just means you cannot attack either the enemy hero or any other minions until this has been dealt with. Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil is a really good card as well. Gives a random friendly minion 3 attack and your weapon 3 attack, which means that now does 8 damage per hit, which is huge. So I think what I'll do is use this Holy Nova. Gets rid of those 2 minions, heals me up a little bit. So 8 plus 4 is 12. So even if I heal up here, it's not enough to get me out of range of dying. So I will play my Piloted Shredder. We're going to pray that Ragnaros hits the Spectral Knight. And he doesn't. He goes for the face instead, which means now the rogue can kill me. Gives out a very well-mannered well played. I will return the favor with my own well played. Yep, right to the face, and the final 8. Oh, another deadly poison. Oof, that was a good hand. Uses an Eviscerate to deal 4 damage to me, bring me down to 2, and finish it off with a 10-hit Assassin's Blade. Pretty good game here against a rogue. Don't usually see quite that one-sided of a match against the rogue with this deck, but it was fun. And I'll be back with more content next week. Might get some StarCraft 2 uploads or some World of Warcraft gaming. But either way, I will see you next time, and thanks for visiting.